बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम अल्लाहुम्मा रब्बि ज़िदनी इल्मा सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम आमीन अल्हम्दुलिल्लाहि रब्बिल आलमीन. We should not be overconfident. Integration, lecture 5. In this lecture I will discuss integration by substitution. Well, this method is used when a simple substitution can be applied that will transform a difficult integral into an easier integral. The integral must be completely rewritten in terms of the new variable. This is very important. The entire function must be in terms of the new variable. The function, the operator, the limits. Three things. There are two types of integrals, definite integrals and indefinite integrals. I start this topic by definite integrals. Integration by substitution. When using integration by substitution, we substitute the function, we substitute the integral operator, which is dx, and we change the limits. So make sure for definite integrals you should substitute the function integral, substitute the integral operator, which is dx, and you must change the limits. Well, this is the question, example number 1, one of the most important example regarding this method. This integral I is given and this substitution is given. Make sure you use the given substitution, and in P3 syllabus substitution will always be given. You don't need to suppose anything. They will always give you substitution, and this is the substitution U. And with the help of this substitution we have to show this integral can be written in this form. Sorry. Well, whenever you do substitution, put the thing in a box. Now this is important. Now there are 3 steps for substitution. Step number 1, this is given, so remember function will always be given. You just need to differentiate the given function for dx to get the integral operator dx. So always differentiate the given substitution for dx. So when you differentiate u, you will get this 1 upon 2 under root 6 minus x, and this will be minus 1. You know how to differentiate under root. So you have to make dx subject from here. See, we need this substitution. We need this integral operator, and we have to change the limits as well. Step 3, limits. So you need to substitute 2 into the given substitution. Make sure you substitute the limit into given substitution. So when you will substitute 2 here, you'll get u2. So when x is 2, then u is also 2. When x is 5, then u is 1. Now you see, when you will substitute dx, function, limits, you'll see this x will create problem, because it's not easy to substitute this x here. Yes, we can substitute this by u, but we have to make the given substitution. We have to adjust the given substitution in order to get the value of x. So by adjusting this given substitution, we can make the x subject. So this x is also required for the substitution. So we have this box, and the box of dx, and then 2 boxes for limits. So this is the question. Make sure you first copy the question so that you can substitute everything correctly and properly. So when x is 2, then u is 2. So the corresponding value of lower limit is 2 and the corresponding value of upper limit is 1. Copy this 5 and substitute dx, substitute this x and substitute this under root by u. This is the way to do the substitution. And make sure the most important thing is you should substitute the corresponding limits. When x was 2, then u is 2. Make sure you write 2 here. When x was 5, then u was 1. So make sure you write 1 here. This is very important. And see, you have done this in integration in your AddMath syllabus, in your P1 syllabus, that when the lower limit is greater than the upper limit, then we always change the limits by writing negative sign before the sign of integral. So by writing negative sign before the sign of integral, we can switch the limits, and we have to switch the limits. So 1 is here and 2 is here. Now these limits are correct. So always switch the limits when the lower limit is greater than the upper limit, and this note is here. And this is the example. Now after simplifying this denominator, and by factorizing this denominator, we have got the answer. So here is the final solution. Now you just need to use partial fractions to solve this, and you know how to do partial fraction thing. I'm not discussing partial fraction here because I'm just discussing the substitution method. That is why I'm leaving this question here. So you can again check the solution. Number 1, use the given substitution and get the integral operator dx, which is here. And then change the limits. And then if you observe the given question, you have to substitute x as well. For that, you need to make this x subject here for the substitution. And make sure you substitute the limits accordingly. Like you should substitute in the lower limit, the corresponding lower limit, the corresponding upper limit as well. And you need to observe the limits. And I have already told you, when the lower limit is greater than the upper limit, then we always change the limits by writing. We always in fact switch the limits by writing negative sign before the sign of integral. Anyway, this question is over. Now another question. Gives in this question x is 2 tan theta substitution, and we have to show this integral into this form. So sorry. Number 1, we need to differentiate x to get dx. This is dx, and then we have to change the limits. Make sure your calculator must be in radian mode. This is the lower limit and this is the upper limit. Copy the integral, and then you need to substitute everything properly and correctly. So 0 is here, pi by 4 is here, copy this 8, substitute this x squared by 2 tan theta whole square. And make sure you also substitute dx. You just need to simplify the denominator. When you will simplify the denominator, you'll see you'll get 4 plus 4 tan square theta, and then you just need to take 4 common, and this will become 1 plus tan square theta. That will become 4 sec square theta, and that will become 16 sec power 4 theta. See, 16 sec power 4 theta. After the simplification and cancellation, you will get 1 upon sec square theta. That will become cos square theta shown. This is what we had to show. Now we just need to integrate this. Since we already have done the integration of even power of cos and sine, therefore we can easily integrate this by using double angle formula. So by using double angle formula, we have 1 plus cos 2 theta upon 2. You need to bring this 2 outside the integral to make the integration simple. So 1 will become theta, cos 2 theta will become sine 2 theta upon 2, and finally you will get your exact value of this integral, which is pi upon 8 plus 1 upon 4. So this is all from integration substitution. These two questions will help you to understand this topic. Make sure you practice a lot to understand this topic. We have done the definite integrals, now indefinite integrals. There is a change between definite and indefinite. Indefinite, we have to substitute, we have to change the limits as well. But in indefinite integrals, since we don't have limits, therefore there is just one different step. See, for the indefinite integrals, make sure you rewrite. Let me correct this. Make sure you rewrite the function. This is the difference between the definite integral and indefinite integrals. I'm repeating. For indefinite integrals, make sure you rewrite the function in terms of the original variable. For example, in terms of x. Now use the substitution. U is equal to 2x plus 1 to find this integral. Well, this is an example of an indefinite integral. Therefore, the two steps are same. We have to substitute the function, we have to substitute the integral operator, and we have to make x the subject, because this integral in this integral we need x as well. So this is the question. X is substituted by u minus 1 upon 2. This is square root is substituted by u. Dx is substituted by du upon 2. Well, after the simplification, you'll get this thing. And this is a very simple integral. You just need to add 1 in power and divide the function by the resultant power. Therefore, this is the simplified form of the integral. And then the most important part for indefinite integrals, make sure you always substitute u by x. Now this is very important. You must rewrite your answer in terms of the original variable. This is the difference between the indefinite integrals and definite integrals in substitution. Well, this is all. You should be careful. We should be careful. We should take everything seriously and carefully. Inshallah, I will discuss the remaining topics of the integration in my next lecture, inshallah. My next lectures. Allah Hafiz.